of green hydrogen ecosystems, such as CertifHy. Can you tell us a bit more about this, and also how can this kind of instrument support the creation of hydrogen economies, and how can also they can be integrated into the policy? Hubert, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Silvia. Thank you very much for being here, and it's a pleasure for me to introduce to you the CertifHy Certification Scheme. So, as all of you know, we have the Renewable Energy Directive, the RED II, and also around about 1 year ago, the RED III, or the update of the RED II, comes into place that sets special requirements for hydrogen in the business. So it means, for example, for the transport sector, there's the requirement for 2030 that 29% of the overall fuels are from renewable energy. 5.5% of that have to be advanced biofuels and so-called renewable fuels of non-biological origin, RFNBOs. And 1% have to be RFNBOs, meaning hydrogen or e-fuels. So that means there is action needed, and also the industry sector is asked to contribute to that as well. That would be a separate topic. But my topic today is to introduce to you the certification scheme CertifHy. It's important to know that this legislation, the RED II and the RED III, that is a directive. A directive means that it's not yet implemented as a law, but it has to be implemented by each member state. So, as I said, 1 year ago, around about 1 year ago, there was the latest change in the RED. That means the member states have 2 years' time now to implement the RED in their legislation. And in saying that, so in parallel to the RED, there are 2 delegated acts that there is no need for the delegated acts to be implemented. They are already valid as they are, as soon as they are defined. So how does this work? So first of all, we have the European Commission. The European Commission requires the transposition of that law to the member states, as I already mentioned, and the member states obligates the economic operators to take care of that rules. So, and the economic operators, they have to select, first of all, a certification scheme that can be certified, but there will also other certification schemes out there. And then they also have to select a certification body that can be, for example, TÜV, that can be Det Norske Veritas, DNV, that can be Bureau Veritas. There are some stakeholders out there doing that. So, and they select this. And how does this work? So first of all, the legal basis for it, as I already said, is the RED II. The product is not only limited to hydrogen, it also covers e-fuels. And this is grouped as the RFNBOs. And the purpose of CertifHy is to demonstrate that this fuel is compliant with the legal requirements set out in the RED II and in the delegated acts. So how does this work? There is no specific certificate for that, but the operators and along the whole supply chain need to have a certificate for what they are doing, for the production of hydrogen, for the distribution of hydrogen, and also for the refueling station, for example. Each of that have to be certified, and there is no certification for the product itself. There is only what is called a proof of sustainability. So that goes with the project, and at the end of the supply chain, it has to be proven that there is a 70% reduction of greenhouse gas emissions compared to the comparator fuel, so that is the fossil fuel. So that is, in a nutshell, I have already received a signal that I should come to an end. In a nutshell, what CertifHy is doing, and there was also the question what I see as very important for that. We need to have these schemes in place in order to give, first of all, to fulfill the requirements, the legal requirements, but also to give the customer assurance that the product fulfills the RFNBA criteria. So that is important because otherwise customers are always unsure, is this really according to RFNBO rules or not? And therefore, I think this thing is really crucial. And also crucial, I think, is we talked about prices. And therefore, I think the hydrogen backbone is also one thing that is very, very, very crucial, that prices can come down. Do not underestimate the costs for hydrogen transport, and pipeline is by far the cheapest way for transporting hydrogen. And I could go on for hours, but I have to stop here. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for your time. And if you have questions, please approach me during the various breaks, and I will try to help you further. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Hubert, for your enthusiasm and for stressing the importance of these certifying systems. I take the opportunity to tell that during the lunch breaks and coffee breaks, take the opportunity to exchange with the panelists and network and continue the discussions that, unfortunately, for a timing reason, are limited here on stage. Now we're turning to Nina. Nina, as a representative of Chamber of Commerce